videos on Saturday. You can't believe your luck right now. I'm only joking, Paolo. I'm back, and yes, well, it's Saturday now, and I asked in the Discord, and says, add everyone, what would you like to see? The courier said, vacuum cleaners. Don't give me the excuse. I will talk about this all day. Because I'll seem to love when I get nerdy and get nerdy about vax. So here I am again. Not complaining, any excuse. I will take it. Although today I feel like that's all I've done. I got up this morning early, traded in my iPad, my old iPad, because I'm getting a new one for Christmas, which is what I'm recording this on actually. It's convenient. My old iPad didn't really have enough storage to do videos and stuff on, so this is great help because I can stand it up and stuff on its stand, and yeah, it's fun, easy to edit and stuff. And then I went and saw my nana for a bit. I picked up some Henrys that I had at hers that needed refurbishing, because, well, I usually get to doing them when I'm at my nana's, but I wanted to do them all at home today, so saw my nana for a bit, got the two vacuums, which one was HVR 200A, one was HVR 200-22, but the Mark 122 with the push button and the rocker switch. So got them two, brought them home. HVR 200A works fine. It was previously mine and my friend's custom Henry, which was HV. We put stupidly ridiculous from Wales on it. It has this white wire on, and it also had this green face and a 51mm hose. My friend kept the green face, and I've got it with the ridiculous wheels on, but I've changed the bucket now so it doesn't have the ridiculous wheels on, because it's getting refurbished, and, well, it has been refurbished, it's getting sold to my friend. He's just moved out and he wants a Henry, so yeah, but the custom model name was HVR 200AS, S main for swivel, dash PT for pisting. That's what it was. But yeah. But anyways, yeah. So getting them home, and we also had these two Henrys that someone put on Facebook. It was a Heady and well, it's actually NRV 200-22. And I was going to say a Heady and a Henry, but it was a Heady and a NRV 200-22 on Henry bucket. You know, it's the same thing. It just says pneumatic instead of Henry. So someone put on Facebook Henry and Heady outside of this address for anyone who wants them. So me go straight there. So yeah, I rescued them, and Heady works was just really loud. Henry had no plug on, so I've put a plug on. Henry works fine, so yeah, just had to give them a clean out. Heady was full of dust in the fan, so I scraped it all out. Blew it all out with the Parkside on the blower setting, and my iPads fell. Blew it all out and cleaned what it is, I didn't take the fan case off, I just cleaned the bottom fan, because that's usually where most of the vibration and stuff will happen, because everything, when it goes through the first fan, because these old Henry's got twin flow motors in, which means that they've got two fans on the motors, so it's got a first fan and a second fan. That's hence the recent chill fan. So yeah, so when dust enters, so basically I don't know how they've done this. I think they've used it without a pack and a without suction, because obviously the air channels for the fan is blocked. So I've cleaned it all out. I didn't take the fan case off, I just cleaned the bottom fan out through like the hole in the fan case, and it's a lot better now, runs alright. I didn't go into detail of like cleaning all the second fan out because this one was just that someone wants it to do the car. My mum's friend just says, "Oh, I want a cheap one to do the car," and I says, "Well, that one will be fine. Just a little bit louder and stuff. Let them know. Like, just give them it cheap because it's not a full reverb or anything." And so yeah, and the Henry is great, so can't go wrong. So yeah, that's the two that I got from the thingy, the HVR 200-22. That was just filthy, so just needs to clean. I've gotten most of it cleaned, but like before it goes and gets sold and stuff, it needs a proper polish and a proper like detail clean on there. The bucket's had a good clean. It's like around the rim and stuff of the lid, but yeah. Losing my track of thought now. So yeah, that was today. So that was how many machines I've messed around with. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, four Henrys. Well, 3 Henrys and a Heady technically. So yeah, that's 2 sold already. Because yeah, Bryn's already given me the money for the fully refurbed one, and the Heady that's just come for the car. That's tomorrow daytime. For the other 2, I need to sort them out, put some tools with them, give them a proper in-depth sort and clean, and then them can go on Marketplace or eBay or whatever. But yeah, so that's on today's little thing as went on. So yeah, what we're talking about now, I was going to talk about why I have a love for UDS Henrys. Which, if you don't know what UDS Henry is, it's referred to, so basically it's commonly called a UDS Henry, which just means Henrys with the motor code UDS 1053 SN. So we call them UDS because obviously it's got the UDS motors in. So these were like manufactured between 1989 and 2004. Well, really, there's 2 phases of them. So the Mark 1 UDS was white writing with black wheels and the back rocker switch. So and no pneumatic logo on the top or anything like that. The second phase of UDS was the push button with no high-low switch, just the single speed push button. With what was it? Oh yeah, so some of them had black wheels, but some of them had like glamour caps on, which glamour caps is just colour coordinated caps that go over the wheels to make it the same colour as the rest of the bucket. But some of the earlier ones were black, some of the later ones had the black caps on. They also had white writing, but they didn't have any sound deadening in them. So the like motor was louder, and I'm pretty sure, I'm really half sure that they've changed the motor because I put the mount of a Mark 1 UDS, because say the casings was different, right? Casings was different at the time. Now they changed the casings when they moved to the push button one, and it didn't need the mount anymore. That's sad. With the rubber feet that goes into the middle casing, because previously they were still using the D2 104N, like, well, put in the middle casing basically. So they just used a mount to fit it, but they changed it, so it doesn't need the mount anymore. Now, people say that the reason what the Mark 1 UDS makes a different noise when blocked to the Mark 2 is because of the casings. Now, I'm sort of convinced that the Mark 2 motors are slightly different because, first of all, they're more reliable, which is, I mean, UDS motors were never reliable anyways, but for it to be more reliable, just because it's in a different casing is a bit, you know what I mean. Anyways, they were more reliable, and also I'm convinced the sound different. Now, the thing that I've done to test this theory, it wasn't deliberately done to test the theory, but I put a Mark 2, like, push button motor in a Mark 1, like, rocker switch with a Mark 1 mount on. And when you block it, it doesn't do that UDS, like, suffocation noise that the Mark 1 does. So, I'm convinced the motors are slightly different. But anyways, there's no evidence of that. They both got the same code on. And apparently they are the same. So, I don't know. I'm convinced they're slightly different, because why would it be more reliable? But people say that's because they don't have sound deadening in the Mark 2s. Now, you probably don't have any idea of the context of what I'm on about, but yes, anyways, UDS Henrys. That's a general description of them. As I say, like, that's the difference. So I prefer the Mark 1 UDS Henrys because, well, basically, that was the first Henry to use the white lettering. Now, I love the coloured lettering from the 90s. Like, I even have every colour that was available in the 90s. But, like, with the bold lettering, then it went the outline lettering that was colour coordinated, which I love as well. I absolutely love it. But the white lettering is, like, what become iconic. That is, like, the iconic Henry lettering, the white lettering. They changed it to white so that they can put it on any colour bucket, because Henry comes in 4 colours: red, green, blue and yellow. Now, obviously, when it was colour coordinated lettering, you had to have the right, like, tops for the right buckets, whereas with it being white, you can make, like, loads of tops and just put it on any different colour bucket. Now, obviously, the white lettering became, like, the iconic. That's what you think of when you think of Henry, like the classic Henry. Basically, I think of the UDS Henry, a Mark 1 one, where it's got the white lettering, black wheels, the rocker switch on the back, the little white spot to let you know where the switch is from when you're above it. Like, to me, that is the iconic Henry, so I really, really like them. 1 minute, I'm running out of bars on GarageBand, so I'm going to add some more. Okay, I'm back again. So yeah, so to me, the Mark 1 is like the classic Henry that you think of when you think of Henry. I know that'll be different for different people, but for me, anyway. I also really like them because, as I was growing up, that's what my granddad used to have, was one of them style of Henrys. Also, basically, what's quite funny is, and what my friend laughs at me about, is I like UDS Henrys. And it is basically the opposite of what I like Henrys for. So basically, I like Henrys because they're reliable, like, really well built, like machines. Basically, they last through everything, as well as being powerful and, like, nice to use. Well, the UDS is still nice to use. It is also still powerful. It also has an extra 2.5 meters of cable than a normal, like, Henry before that, or a Henry that came after that. But it's very unreliable. Them UDS motors are, like, very well known for just, like, burning out randomly. Basically, they get too hot and the brushes jam, and it just absolutely knackers the motors. And, like, 9 times out of 10, they're not savable. There's the rare odd occasion you can save them, but probably wouldn't be long before burned out again. They're just not reliable at all. But for some reason, I really like them, and I think that is just because it's the iconic Henry, like, that I think of, and it's also, like, got the little added extra 2.5 cable 2.5 meters of cable. It's also really powerful. The UDS motors are like quite good power. I'd argue more powerful than the twin floors that came after it, which the twin floors, great motors, so reliable and so powerful, but I'd argue the UDS is more powerful. So yeah, it's still really powerful. But obviously it's a shame about the reliability. Also the Mark 1s, because they had sound deadening in them, they're actually quite quiet as well. They're not loud at all. So yeah, I quite like the fact that it's quiet and powerful. That's why I'm not so much of a fan of the Mark 2s, is because they're not as refined to use, because they haven't got sound deadening in. They're quite loud. But yeah, also, as weird as it sounds, the reason I like the Mark 1 is I like the noise it makes when you block the end of the hose off. Now, if you're not a collector, you'll not know what I mean. But the UDS Henry has such a distinct noise when you like block the end of the hose off. It like, it makes like a noise. And I don't know, I just find it quite funny. Like, one of my best friends got into collecting, and we call that the red line of Hoover. Now, like, he likes the red line. The best red line he's ever heard of a Hoover is when I put the wide AKM motor, which is a Dyson motor by the way, the Dyson wide AKM motor in a UDS Henry, and when you blocked it off, it made like a very like noise, like it was really like aggressive. And what do you call it? He says that the UDS is second in line for red lines. So yeah, I don't know, if you're not a collector, you just sort of wouldn't like grasp it. But yeah, I enjoy the noise that it makes, I suppose. Yeah, just as odd as that sounds, it's just the same way that, like, I don't know, cars have red lines, sort of vacuums when you block them. But yeah, so that's just silly but funny. Yeah, and yeah, the Mark 2s don't make the same noise either, because all the casings is different. And as I was saying earlier, when I when I put a Mark 2 motor in a Mark 1 UDS with the Mark 1 seals in the Mark 1 casings with the Mark 1 mount, it didn't do that. It just done the normal like noise it would make as if it was in a Mark 2. So I don't know if that's because it's been apart and it hasn't like seated in properly. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it still works and has good suction. Then again, it might not be the best test because that UDS motor pretty mashed up. This is the thing about them as well, right? They're talking about how unreliable they are, right? Some of them can be absolutely abused for years. This one has been, like, you can tell the fans is like mashed off, like it looks like stones or something. It's like pinged off it and like bent the fans and stuff. It's obviously had loads of dust through it because it's like, you can tell it's packed with dust. It runs like a little bit rough, but it's not dying. You know what I mean? It's still going 20 plus years later. So the Hoover itself that it originally came from had a hole in the filter, and it was being used bagless, chugging on like a champ. But other ones, literally brand new condition, fresh out the box, turn it on, burns out. I don't know. The odd, but yeah. So I get laughed at because I like the UDS Henry for the opposite reason that I like Henrys in general, because I like Henrys for being reliable, and I like the UDS one for not being reliable. I don't know. As I say, I really do think it's just because it's iconic and powerful, that little bit extra cable, and yeah, I quite like the sound of it as well. So anyways, I've actually got like nice collection of all the unique UDS ones now. I've got the HVR 204, which is like a turbo model, which is like electric turbo version, which is just a Henry, but it comes with like an electric turbo nozzle. I've got the Henry Plus 204, so they did a Henry Plus which had a better filter and stuff, but I've got the 204 version, which is also an electric turbo one. But by the way, I haven't got the tools for it, like the electric turbo tools for them ones. I've got a Henry Turbo, the later one with the tools, but not the UDS version of tools. And then I've got Mr. Henry, which is the coolest thing ever. It's a Henry, but it says Mr. Henry. It comes with some wicked carpet cleaning powder and stuff back in the day. And I've got a normal UDS Henry. These are all rocket switch Mark 1s, by the way, I'm talking about here. Which I'm going to get a rewind for it and make it a Henry Micro Plus, and then I'll have all of the unique like UDS Henrys from that era. So that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, I know this video is getting on now. I don't know how long I've been recording, but plenty time, because GarageBand works off bars, doesn't it? But yeah, I mean, not that you'll complain. Everyone likes a long ASMR video. I mean, if the not sure whether everyone will like long ASMR about vacuum cleaners and me ranting on, but you know, I know Takahiro does because they suggested it. But yeah, you do seem to like when I do this. Anyways, I think I found my little niche. Just like when I get all nerdy about vacs. What's in here at the minute? I've got a new basil in here, a blue basil, which goes very nice with the red basil I've got, and they're both from the same year, so that's nice. The blue one, absolutely mint, absolute bargain as well. Got it for 25 quid off eBay. Anyone else been on it? I'm really surprised, especially because someone I know. If you just so happen to be watching this, Joseph, I highly doubt it. I highly doubt you'd made it this far in the video if you are watching it. He wanted it, but he didn't bid on it. He just thought it was going to go ridiculous money, so he didn't even bother to bid. And I set an alarm and everything, and I made sure I was watching it, and no one bid on it. So I bid on it. 125 quid, can't go wrong. But yeah, I think I'll leave that there, and just if you enjoyed this, that's smack on the mic. Leave it there for the day, and yeah, if you can wrap your head around anything I've said, then congratulations. Or if you can at least sort of understand why I like a UDS Henry, then yeah. Oh, did I forget to mention the Mark 1s that I like was made between 1999 and 2001. The Mark 2s is made from 2002. Well, no, 1999 2002 for a Mark 1, because I've seen some as late as 2002. And then the Mark 2 with the push run was made 2002 to 2004. Just letting you know. So yeah. Right. Yeah, that'll be me off now. I hope you enjoyed the video. And thanks very much for tuning in again. It's been great seeing you. Yeah, I don't know if I'd upload this tonight or all out. I'm not sure. We'll see what we do. But anyways, if it's probably gonna get released. Later, because this is a pre-recorded video. But I'm tempted to release it on the Saturday now. You know, make up for the absence. But yeah, anyways, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. It's lovely being back. I've enjoyed it. And yeah, I hope that we're all enjoying that next time. Leave some suggestions in the comments of things that you